Okay, so haven't missed anything, they're just setting up. He's gone for the Roger as dxj, which I think is okay actually. I think the Roger start is fine. 4 gutters and a thrower. Thrower I think is fine because of the these. And only one storm. No, both storm vermin, so he's only got 2 rerolls. Whereas he's gone for 4 blitzers, his genie with Dark Elves, which is well, I don't like the runner though. But I guess again the runner's fair enough because you've got to think about what he's in this format. So I guess 4 blitzers is the safe route. Let's get these on. 4 runners is the safe build, and then obviously the runner. Yeah, the runner's pretty good. He's not really. He's good against Wood Elves, which is what really Wood Elves is all you're going to lose against, isn't it? In any tournament, Wood Elves is what you should game against. Any low TV tournament. Of course, it's what Wood Elves is what put me out, but it was my own bad play in that game. Even though he was very lucky, I've got to blame my play for losing. I think you should always blame your play rather than your dice. And I didn't defend great. So this is going to be interesting. Only 11 players. Like, this is what I don't like that it's like this, because you know luck is already a massive factor, and starting at 1000 TV and having perms and stuff affect the matches, it's going to make a lot of dice, isn't it? You know. dxj could just get a blitz here with a rat. With his Rat Ogre, kill a blitzer on turn 1. So already in a luck-based thing, you've got a hell of a lot more luck. There you go. It is what it is. You've just got to, live with it, haven't you? So you know what I mean? I don't know. It's not the way I would have organised it. I would have made it res, but I guess they don't have the tools to make it res. Maybe next year. Right? Maybe next year. It'd be really cool if they did something with like the NF and Games Workshop and made some kind of proper tournament style Bloodbowl. I would like that. This is okay putting these guys here because obviously he's not realistically going to get a block with a gutter runner, so he's not giving away an extra block by getting that extra guy in contact. So that was a pretty smart play. He is leaving himself open with a double GFI surf, but that's a bit mental. Covering the ball first, what sorcery is this? Fashbinder was telling me there's been a lot of crazy plays, people just starting with 1 dice blocks and not covering the ball and stuff. So but it looks like these two know what they're doing definitely. Just looking at the record of dxj and the fact that he's done what he's done with Brett's of all teams, he's got to know what he's doing. I do like the Roger. I just don't like Skaven, so that's why I like the Roger really. It's an interesting gambit he's gone with, I think, with rats, because I don't think they're the strongest for the first, like, what, 3 or 4 games. So he's essentially just gambling on making it to the finals. Or using the 1 turn for movement 9, but you could use the a Wood Elf Catcher for that. So I think he is pretty much gambling on getting the final, which is a bit wild. Yeah, sure, Maslav, but I mean, it would be cool if with Games Workshop having, you know, the new Bloodbowl box set coming out, if they cared more about it. They've got new stars in there. I saw on Facebook they've got like like some of the old stars, Brass the Tailspike and Frankenstein. Frankenstein looks really good actually. He's like 4-5-2-9 or something, like a plus strength flesh golem with mighty blow, and he can play for human teams. That's pretty cool. Failed to pick up. Obviously he screened it, but it's an interesting dilemma now for the Dark Elves, because obviously he wants to block this guy and this guy if he can, which would make it take this player here, block these two down. And then he could blitz him and base up here a little bit, or he could blitz him and base up there, or he could even go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, put a couple of TZs on the ball or something. He's got a lot of options for what he can do. Or he could just, like, he doesn't even have to attack the ball, he could just blitz him. Blitz him, he doesn't have to go for the ball here. This is pretty easy for Rats to just pick it up and go up the switch direction, isn't it? But he might want to base here and go for the ball a bit. Ah, well, there you go. That's good for you, Demaster, to be watching this then, eh? Maybe a bit of a tough draw, because looking by dxj616's record with his Bretts, he seems to be quite the player. But Genie played well, I thought, with his perfect defense. I'd be tempted, I would have, maybe he's not done that, I would have been tempted to block here and blitz here or something. But that was difficult. I didn't realise both these guys were down. But he can block him on 2D, can't he? And then he can blitz him. He's going for the 3D. It's a lot of players out of position, I don't really like this play. I'd have liked to have 2D'd it and pressured the ball, but I don't like going for the 3D here. That's 3 players quite out of position now, isn't it? Just a 2+ touch with a reroll to get away. I'd favour basing these guys. But I would have made this block here, which then you get another block off if it's a push, and then you get the blitz here. I think I'd have done that and just tried to stall it a bit. Although he failed, if it was orcs and they'd failed to pick up, or like, you know, humans and they'd failed to pick up something like this, then the pressure on the ball's got a really big payoff, hasn't it? But against Rats, it's not really playing the odds to go chasing the ball. So now I would probably just blitz this guy, get a block in there, push these guys away and cage up over here. Or he could blitz down here with a roller, I guess, and try to make a hole, but there's no real need as it's turn 2. I would just move everyone over here, blitz him, block him, see what happens. Hopefully they're not watching and getting tips there. Maybe I should have some banging tunes like loop back on in the background, I don't know. Maybe not. He had to make the pick up that time, didn't he? Oh, why did he make a GFI? What an absolute madman. I don't understand that GFI there. Don't like that at all. Maybe he's pathing, but there was no dodge to be made. That was a very, very suspect play there by dxj, and punished brutally with a reroll. Why he did that, only he knows. And now he might have to make a GFI with a Rauga here if he gets a push. Right. Maybe a misclick, yeah. So I should skip this. So he did kind of what I said, except he went further than I would have gone. I would have just made it like cage about here, and then he made the GFI to like Y, you know, unless it was a misclick, but still. I don't think so, because he's got a screen here. But he just didn't need it, did he? He could have had the ball here and a guy here. And he can still just dodge away and get to there. He's hanging out. I don't like this, but I don't know, it's an interesting play, the old receiving threat. On the one hand, it is kind of cool to have an outlet and to have like a pivot. But on the other hand, now you're just letting him get 3D'd, and he can still push back around here. He doesn't really lose a lot of momentum by blitzing him now. Whereas if you got him back around here, you'd be stopping attacking here if you want. Yeah, misclick is the more sensible reason for him making that GFI. Yeah, he could have stood there and had this guy here, and he would have been just as safe. This guy's just doing nothing. Nothing at all. Because he could have pushed him to there. But the Roga's done his job, hasn't he? He's got a player removal. 3 dice mighty blow blitzers, or 6 dice because you got frenzy. I like 6 dice mighty blow blitzers. I'm all for them. He's got 2D there, 2D there. Swing him round, blitz there. And he's got, you know, try to keep them parallel with his. That's what I like to do. If he's here, I like to be here. It's not a replay, it's a live bang. They've just started. You can see by the bar at the bottom here, because it's full, it means it's live. And if it's a replay, it goes along. It is a live match from the World Cup where, unfortunately, the best player did not qualify. I didn't try hard enough for you. So he could follow if he wanted and then move in another guy here to still get 2 dice. But I think it's not worth it because you can just move him there and mark him into here. Now he's going to blitz that, but that's fair enough. Yeah, I should have actually disabled the sound effects. I meant to disable the sound effects for this match. No, I don't mean the sage. Laugh. No, of course. I mean, I'm of course the best player of Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl 2, not Blood Bowl. It's hard to argue against the likes of Purple Goo and PW, isn't it? You never know, they might sneakily be on Blood Bowl 2 under some kind of anonymous monster username. Nobody would know. This is a weird move. It's like he was gonna 3D and then didn't, because why go there to leave him 2+ out and run around? At least sandwich him. to make it a 3-2. He could have gone one closer, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Better to stay central. Yeah, quick draw. I didn't want that to be played during this match. Really, you know, it's a bit more serious and unemotional. I got pretty salty when I was trying to qualify. You know, it's pretty stressful when you got your 14-0 team and your players are dying and stuff from attrition fireballs, voodoo mic attrition fireballs. It was pretty stressful. Oh, I don't like the follow there. I don't like that follow. Bad follow. Bad follow, in my humble opinion. Because there's no reason for, like, sure, the rats could push down here this turn, but there's no need for them to. They could just block him, blitz him, and just cage up around here. You know, there's no need for them to go. But with yeah, exactly, Maslav. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. You could 3D blitz him, 2D him, but he is going to push down here. I'm not sure. Like, that's one thing you could do, pushing down here, and he does only have one reroll, so I guess he doesn't want to take too many risks with his drive. But I would have still gone back and try to stay. I might not be able to start the drive actually after using that reroll on that random GFI. That might be what stops him stalling out the drive, or in fact, gets him turned over. Put him there. And maybe he would have been better here, so that he could have gone there, and then he could have got the 3D in. But the danger is, if you do stuff like that, then of course you fail the wild animal. So maybe better to just do the 2D blitz. Pretty risky cage. He's going to have to get him out in round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 GFI to seal it off. Otherwise, this guy is a real problem for him. I guess you can blitz him and mark him with him. But even then, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 GF. 3-2 pluses to 2D the ball with block isn't bad at all. You could maybe do the 3+2+ dodge would be better. Or you could go around this way. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's much better. Why did I think of going around the other way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could have even gone here if you wanted to make riskers look normal. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, GFI, so he's just out of range of him. So this is going to be a key. Ooh. So that follow will look pretty good then after he scored. Key turn here, isn't it? Because the elves can jam him up hard, but they've just got to stop him, try to limit his movement as much as possible. Very interesting how, let's see what they're going to do here. You'd like to go for the ball, I'm sure, but what are you looking at? That's a crazy dodge. So yeah, that's a good little formation. But you know, obviously not going for the ball. He doesn't have to go for the ball here. He just needs to knock these two guys down. Shut off the switch back, shut off the switch across. He's got to basically screen everything, but also get some heat on. Maybe 3 dice this GR. Sucks a little bit because he's going to make a block without block to get this guy going. Or 2 blocks without block and then move him round. Get a 2D there, you could knock down the rogue. It's maybe not worth it. Could base all men's. Could go all contact here due to this guy being down. Block there, no follow. No, block there, follow. Move it down. There's all sorts of things you can do to this turn. Lots, big turn. Because if you could make him force a score, obviously on turn 4 or 5, it's nothing. Maybe 6. Realistically, he's looking to force a score on turn 6 here, isn't he? It's unlikely he's going to be able to make him score turn 4 or 5. Maybe turn 5 if he. See, this is where I'd kind of want to call men's contact here because he hasn't got any block around here. So if you get the rats rolling dice with a ball under threat, he's kind of got to reroll the 2 dice, you know, that fails. And then you'd be out without rerolls. Makes it a lot harder to stall safely. He's got to make sure he can't just nip out here, so he's got to blitz this guy. Ah, see, there you go. Said it did suck for him that he had to make a block without block, and sure enough, he gets the 1 in 9. I think he has to reroll it this turn. It's just too much of an important turn. I think I would have pushed him to here so this guy would be marking both Stormvermin. In fact, followed and then blocked him with him. And then you could move him out and this guy would be marking both. Like, if he had blocked, oh no, if he just hadn't followed, then this one guy's marking 3 players, which is always good. I still think Dark Elves will remain better than High Elves myself. Hello, CPC Vlad Tepes. Yes, this is a live match. You can see by the bar here, if it's a replay, it fills up as the match goes on. We're up to date, so it's full. He's live. So he's just going to have to 2D this guy and bring this guy around about here. Make a screen. Well, the only thing that I don't really agree, Maslav, to be honest. I think at low team value, I think Dark Elves score more. Whoa! What did he do there? What a madman! He went for the 5+3+ dodges to 2D the ball without moving this guy first. I don't like that play at all. That makes this push even worse if he wasn't going to move him. But now, of course, he easily moves over here. Gets to move his whole team here. This Storm Vermin comes down and everything's over here. I didn't like that at all. I would have definitely moved this guy to here first and it's this guy. Too easy for him to switch sides now. Yeah, really, the only difference between, like, Dark Elves are so much better than High Elves at low TV. They're going to score more touchdowns than High Elves. But the thing is, High Elves are better at 2-10 touchdowns. So like, is it worth being better at 2-10 touchdowns if you're worse on all the other turns of the game? Hello, Fudge3. I'll just call you Fudgy. Hello, Fudgy. The World Cup qualifying was super stressful, and it got me down in the dumps. But now that I've accepted my fate, I can get back to loving Bloodbowl again. just commentating on a match now. So, yeah, I don't like his play of moving him here. I'd have moved him here because now this leaves him some kind of easy dodging or push and force the score, similar to how Sage lost against the Wood Elves that he lost to. You know, you don't want to really leave against Elves. Leaving your ball carrier in a pushed in the end zone is not what you want. It's too easy for him. And then he plays it like what, 3-2, 5. You know, whatever happens, runs around this way, 2, 3, 3. I like it's unlikely, obviously, but there's just no need for it. I think I'll move him here and have him here, whatever. I just don't like that. Like this here goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is quite a lot. If 3, 3, 4. Oh no, you could just go here. 3, 3, 3, 2, and then 2 demon in the end zone. I'd be tempted. If he hadn't used that reroll, I'd be tempted to even use a reroll on that action, to be honest, to try again the score. But now he's got to try and get as many guys back as he can. Again, try to cut off the swing back. Because obviously with Skaven all the movement, it's so easy for him to swing wherever they want to swing. These 4 should maybe get the assist in there for that block. They stay there. Maybe he blitzes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blitzes him, 6, 7, and then move these guys down here. And then maybe these 3 here will be enough. These 3 over here. But I mean, you can just then cage over here somewhere. Cat and mouse. Oh, he stood up this turn. Oh. So that's interesting now. I didn't even realise he just stood up. That's what happens when you're not actually playing the game, isn't it? So now you might want to blitz him. And just try to get him close, you know. It's not nice against rats because they're just so mobile. I think he should have maybe got all contact early. Run contact. So now he must be blitzing this guy, surely. So now he's gone all men's contact. Fair enough. Now he's just got to run back because otherwise his blitz is going to get stuck. He's got all these free. So I was going to start playing my turn then. Right. So he's going to get served, isn't he? Surely. Surely. I would want to serve this guy a lot. The only thing is you couldn't put the ball carrier in the end zone. I would put him in the end zone, ball carrier there, block him, push him there, blitz him, come out here, and then you've got to make a dodge with an agility 3. That is what's bad about rats, isn't it? I wasn't. Balsha and Fash were co-casting things. I wouldn't mind trying co-casting with somebody. Yes, I have a. I wouldn't go that far. That's a bit harsh, but I don't like what he's done really. No. I really want to serve this guy. He just hasn't got the. He hasn't really got the manpower that much, has he? With only one reroll, if he had 2 rerolls. Yeah, I'll have to arrange it, Maslad. But yeah, maybe it's a good idea. Here. Oh no. Interesting. I guess he's just got a dodge there. But I would have rather moved him there and then move him here. Rather than the X cage. Have him there. Then, because now if he fails this, if he won 36 of this dodge, it was just a simple run around, wasn't it? And this is kind of an easy dodge in. Like a 5+ dodge in. Isn't that bad. So I guess the elves have to go for the 5+ dodge in now. Hello, Quiet Weeks. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that magnificent compliment. Rando 1 DB, I guess he might as well. So now the runner can come in here. So now maybe he's got to jam this cage a little bit. The thing is, of course, 4 of them are GRs, so he'll be able to reposition here. The only thing is, he might get a turn. I did say he's got to try and push him to turn 6 score. He's almost got a chance of that. Just wait a couple of minutes. It's just so easy for them to reverse field all the time. You just knock him down, move these 2, he can try for a cheeky dodge out at the end. Maybe just base all these agility 3 guys. Maybe go for the 5+ dodge in. Maybe not. I mean really, if the 5+ dodging is a bit crap. Because even if he powers him, he's got 2 GRs there. He's got no way in to recover it. So maybe just blitz this guy and kind of, make a screen here to stop him getting out, and then he'll score turn 7. So he'll have a chance for 2 turns. That's, I guess, all he can hope for. And he's really got to save his reroll for that 2 turn. Yeah, I guess blitz this guy. And then move him there so he's got 136. And move him there or something. Face all these guys. Face them to block him, try to dodge him out of facing. No, he did. He went for the 3-3-2 blitz. Well, he's not blitzing. This was a bad move. And he's using his reroll on this. Oh, he's blitzing. Can't say I like that. But it was better than going in this way. Because if he got the power, he'd have been back out here, wouldn't he? And got the ball maybe. Nice, Aguirre Weeks. Okay, thank you, Aguirre Weeks. I shall try. It was just banter. He's got to mark these guys up. He's got to mark them up because they're agility 3 and he's only got 1 reroll. I'm not sure I like that 3-3-2 in for the 2D, but at least he got the. At least if he powered him, he would have had a chance of a recovery or just a good bounce. Now he's got to roll some dice now, hasn't he, the Skaven player? Yeah, absolutely. I think this game will be a win or a loss or a draw. Oof. So he's just got to mark this guy, and he's probably thinking about making this 2. Oh. Yeah, where's the cue ball going? John Virgo is terrible. I knew he was tempted by this 2+ dodge to get through, but I think I would have just marked him because he's agility 3 and he's only got 1 reroll, and I would have tried to mark this guy as well. But he might go for a dodge. Something like this. No. He's got to dodge because otherwise he's getting hit by Mighty Blow, you know. He had to make that dodge. But I think I would have just tied this guy up. But this is fair because it does something. Extra TD on the ball. TD, TZ. But realistically it's an easy 2D on this guy to get a scatter. And then who knows what will happen. Or... like I didn't like, well, he hasn't done much with him, but I didn't like leaving strength 3 open. Because right now he's only got, this guy isn't open, but he's almost open, isn't he? 3+2+. This guy's almost open, 3+2+. And I think that was a waste moving a strength 3 player just to assist. He could have just dodged out and done the same thing. And then he could have come in and blitzed somehow. Oh yeah, he's terrible, Aguirre Weeks. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, he is absolutely terrible. So it looks like the Dark Elves have done a good job with that 3-3-2 2-dice blitz using his last reroll. I mean, the thing is, the rats don't want to score this turn, do they? But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if they did, purely because there's no rerolls for the Dark Elves, and they could maybe turn them over and score again, actually. Gotta use his last reroll there. I would have followed and gone to here. Something, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it fails to pick up. It's all over. Not all over, but he hasn't got a reroll, has he? But he's got a free player. Move him there. Blitz him, block him. Dodge somebody out, pick it up, pass it, score. He could get the defensive. Could get the defensive TD. So that's the thing. It's whether greed will do him in or not. I would definitely get this guy in as a receiving threat and try to get this guy in for the ball, because even though he's obviously faster, he's got block, and he needs every little bit of reliability he can get right now. Definitely right play to make the block first. It wasn't definitely right play at all. I would have been tempted to move him here and do the blitz first, and then he could block him and clear him, because now he only has 1D on him. So I'm not sure that was right at all. Yeah, I think I would have definitely got this guy in action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Although it would be painful to make this block, I think you'd have to do it first and then get him in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Get him in. Yeah, he got the POW. Another AV break. Brutal stuns. Now it's just whether he goes for the pickup here or goes for this dodge for the pickup. Hand off. I don't know, maybe hand off to the blitzer and then just dodge this guy out. Because it's not easy when you get 1 dice, 2 dice, I guess. Neither's got rerolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so to be fair, it's not easy to get 2D in there. It was a good position for the ball there. By the name and position. No, I can't do that. You know, I've got a cursor, that's good enough. Oh yeah, he blitzed. Yeah, I was thinking of this guy picking him up, but yeah, he can't hand off. Good point. FT just not the best commentary in the world. It is harder when you're watching and you're not actually doing it yourself. I forgot that was a blitz. But it was a good position because it's not easy when you get 2D on. You'd have to dodge with a 2 agility 3 players without a reroll. Oof. Bit unlucky. But I mean, you move this lineman here. For what, you know? I would have moved him into a scoring position. He's got to try to score with this blitzer, probably, maybe. No, this guy's really close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This guy has got to try and score. I guess he's got to make the The blitzer blocks first. Try to get these down. And then this block. Hand off. And all the GFIs in the world. Maybe try to blitz this guy down first. This block here so he could 3D. Like, he doesn't have to go for the score. And it is 5-2 plus rolls, so it's pretty hard to get the touchdown. And realistically, but if he hands him off to there and runs up this way, he isn't scoring, is he? He's got to go for the touchdown, I think. It's taken a while to think about it. I disabled the sound effects for this match a quite a weeks. I do apologise. So yeah, he's got to make this block here. He's just got to make it as safe as he can. I just think he's got to make this block here. Try to power him. If he powers him, he gets 3D here. Yeah. Thanks, the guy weeks. I thought it was. Yeah, absolutely. He's got to go for this touchdown, surely. What is he doing? Like, it is bad if he rolls. I think he's just got to blitz here first, maybe. Blitz here first on 2D. And then move the guy around here. He's moved him. He's not going to try to score. Lame. I guess he could. Oh yeah, okay. So we could do the pass next turn. He's got to make this 2G fine. Oh no, lame. I don't like that. I mean, it's fair enough, but I would have moved him to here. Oh, well, that's dodgy. Not that dodgy. I don't intend to move him to here, and then with this guy you'd have a kind of cage, wouldn't you? But right now, he's just let him. This isn't achieving anything. With this gaping hole. Yeah, I think I'd have looked to again. I would have gone for the handoff there. 5-2 plus rolls to score. It's not that bad, is it? Yeah, no deaths from GFI. The thing is, if you get the touchdown there, it just makes the second half so much easier for you against. Of course, he's playing for the 1-0. It is the safer play, but the thing is, if he'd got that touchdown, this was the only threat to picking it up. So you just need to cover the handoff a little bit, cover him a little bit, and then just go for these 4 GFIs. Because if he's 1-0 up at half time, he can score at any time in the half, and he's won. It's it's so huge if you've been 1-0 up. Whereas now, it's going to be just, he's under pressure, isn't he, with 2 rerolls on offense. The Rats will put him under pressure and using his rerolls. And if he uses his rerolls early, it's going to be very easy for the Rats, for him to get unlucky and the Rats to turn it over and score themselves. Whereas if he was 1-0 up, he could use those 2 rerolls, score in 3 turns if he had to, and beat him up pretty safe. So yeah, I would have gone for that. I would have gone for that touchdown. Oof. Double skull rule. Surf that gutter runner, and that's about it. 3 dice this gutter, surf this one. Sad thing is you can't really 3D him and then surf him, so he's just got to go for the 2D into the surf. Or I guess he... oh no, he can 3D with Blitz, can't he? Yeah. Blitz 3D and then surf on 2D. Or maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So he's got a 3D Blitz and then 2D surf. Yeah, 3D surf. I don't know what I'm thinking. Silly thoughts there, I was thinking of pushing there, obviously. He can't foul the gutter and he can't foul anything here. So he's got 1 KO. He's got 1 KO. But obviously, massive advantage to the Dark Elves now. He's got to go for the competition here, hasn't he? There you go. So I don't think he particularly played well there on defense, the Dark Elves, but he tried one crazy play, didn't he? 5+3+, no, 4+3+, and then he tried a 3+3+, 2+, and he came out. Thank you, Aguirre Weeks. That bad, eh? Oh dear. I don't know. If you could give me some tips, Aguirre Weeks, you could come on and be the colour commentator if you want. You could be like what's he called? Oh, I can't remember his name. The Welsh guy. Why isn't he just ending the turn? He's not really thinking about a foul here, is he? A +3 foul is just not worth your guy getting sent off. Even if it was a war answer, I think it'd be a bad move. If an agility 5 war answer, fair enough. Yeah, Robbie Savage, yeah. Yeah, it is having the better stuff, yeah, that's true. It is true, it's better to have a play-by-play man and a colour commentary man. If I had Jesse Ventura here with me, oh, it'd be great. What's he even doing? Just, you're not going to foul, mate, just end the turn. Maybe he's trying some psychological warfare. Or maybe he's just making a cup of tea. Nobody knows. Pretty nice swing for the Dark Elves. Definitely getting the better of the luck of the Dark Elf player. Really, Aguirre, because that makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. Yeah, exactly, Maslow. Exactly. Yeah, the Reddit League. I'd have liked to have been in the Reddit League, but not the Reddit League. No, Twitch League. I didn't know it was a Reddit League. But I should have quit all my leagues. Alright, actual sports, fair enough. Fair enough requirements. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I was talking wrestling commentary. Of course. I figured you'd be like a JBL kind of guy. I guess I could be like the JBL guy. Just slating everything. Slating the good guys. So this is a weird setup, isn't it? Pretty crazy. I love it, Michael. Yeah, I've seen the G-Man Cup thing. I'm on Reddit before. I don't know. I feel like I should be. I'm out of the Legion League now because I just forgot to accept the ticket, which is pretty bad. So I might just delete the team, since I missed the season. I was already way behind, and now I'm even more behind after missing this season. It's a shame after obviously I harmed my World Cup chances by staying in it, and now I just accidentally was out. Yeah, the Legion League, out of it. So now my only scheduled leagues are the Bloodbowl 1 leagues that I'm in. I don't know what his play is here with these. This is twice the Dark Elf guys tried to put 3 players on the sideline as well. I don't understand. This guy's not doing anything. If he gets blitzed, this guy's just getting hit and he's coming through. He's not. You should move him here, shouldn't you? If he wants. This is just bad, I think. It's not really an anti-blitz measure, which is obviously against Skaven. #1 thing is anti-blitz. And not have this guy here and this guy here or something. I often think Bloodbowl people get better if we just get rid of the whole bot thing. More luck for the Dark Elves getting a 3rd reroll here. Makes the half a lot easier. It's a weird setup, isn't it? It just does nothing again. It lets him get screwed by perfect defense and doesn't do anything against a blitz. I think that's really bad. Really bad setup. This one is strange, but at least it's not awful. Flying V in the Mighty Ducks. But yeah, 3 rerolls is it's invaluable, the 3rd. I take the 3rd reroll over the 12th player most times. I really like having 3 rerolls for that. So barring bad dice, he should wrap it up now, I think. Genie. Yeah, exactly. Against rats, you only it's different if you're trying to force a 2-turn score or a 3-turn score, but at the start of a drive, at the start of a half against rats, all you have to do is protect against a blitz. And yes, this is indeed live bleeding here. All you have to do is protect against the blitz. And this was just not doing anything. Very strange. Interesting. Now he's down to 9 against 10. It's looking pretty bad. He's got to hit it quick, I think, the rats. But then there's the danger of, obviously, if he gets the quick turnover and score, he could still just get stalled out for a 1-1 and lose in overtime if he loses the toss. It's really tough now for the Rats. Really tough what strategy to use. Very tough. Yeah, I guess I should, Maslav. Thank you. I shall do that next time in future. Thanks, Aguirre Weeks. Yeah, no, it's a good tip, Maslav. Thank you. I shall do that. The next match I cast. The next live one, yeah. Just something here, maybe. Something here. Something here. And then people will know it's live. I'll put it in the title as well. That's the easiest way, isn't it? Oops. Yes, exactly, Aguirre Weeks. Aguirre Weeks has it correct. So yeah, it's a tough ask. Yeah, it's a tough ask now for him because, you know, if he goes contact, he gets beaten up with armor 7. He's got to go all players contact, and he's got to just hit it hard, or he's got to play off. It's tough. I really don't like Rats for this reason. Like, what do you even do? Very tough. A strange race choice, I think, Rats. They're just not very strong for the first 4 or 5 games, which is essentially the whole of this competition. Whereas Dark Elves aren't too great in game 1, to be fair. They're not great game 1 with only 2 rerolls. But obviously after that, you hope you score 2 touchdowns on a blitzer. And then you've got a blodger. Game 2, you've got 2 or 3 blodgers. And then you get really strong really quick. I think for that reason, I would probably have gone Dark Elves for these. Wood Elves are obviously great starting with the 2 War Dancers who get stripped straight away. But I think Rats are a bit... Wow. Okay. Yeah, but they're just blodging strength 2 players. I don't think it's as relevant as having strength 3 blodgers, you know? Like, Rats are already great with just dodge go runners. Like, if this... Why did he do that? I don't think you can go take half measures like this. He left just hung him out to dry. Why? I would have probably just blocked him with a runner and blitzed a different gutter. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Maslav. 8 block / wrestle goes a long way at low TP, but looking at the roster for Bretonians, obviously they've got 4 block, 4 wrestle, and it is pretty good at stopping the turnovers. But 4 block, 4 wrestle is nowhere near as good as 8 block would have been. If they'd had 8 block, they would have been really strong at low TV, I think. But wrestle is just meh. Really meh. especially on the guy you want getting guard. Yeah, and only 2 rerolls as well, and only strength 3, and only agility 3. I just really don't like Bretts at all. I would rather use Chaos than Bretts. That's how much I don't value Bretts at low TV. It's fair enough going full cage here. There's kind of no reason not to. It is the World Cup, Carlo Ancelotti. Don't like Bretts. I've never mentioned this. Yeah. Yes, the World Cup knockouts. Yeah, I should have an overlay saying World Cup live, shouldn't I? That's what I shall do. Yeah, there's been a few games already. The favourites, the big favourites, have all already won so far. So. I'll move this guy to here now. Shore up this corner. This guy to here. Because right now he's letting him get 2D on here. And base the carrier for kind of no reason. God, you know what? I loaded up XCOM 2 today to see the new DLC, and Carlo Ancelotti on it is unbelievable. He just looks exactly like Carlo Ancelotti. It's so good. I'd blitz this guy now, and he's got to go on men's contact. Or like blitz with a rogue, blitz him with a roger, and hopefully get him onto the runner. Yeah, okay, that's the play. Blitz with him, get the push into the POW, and base everybody. Oh, you can just go all around, and I forgot the movement 6. Yeah. Thanks, Aguirre Weeks. Gary Neville's not too bad, is he? And I really like who's the guy in Match of the Day? Danny Murphy. I think Danny Murphy is really good. He's just got a really boring voice. Which is funny for a Scouser, isn't it? He has to go contact. He has to get gutter runners in contact with linemen, so they can't get them down when they're both down, you know? That's what I'd be doing. It's too dangerous to get them in contact with a blitzer, of course. Doesn't let them use block. Why is he doing this L screen, like a pointless L screen here? Incredibly pointless. Well, that's good, getting the tail on the ball, but of course he can just hand off. I'd have also had a blitz next to the runner, so I could have just handed it off. Yeah, I really like Danny Murphy. I think he is the best commentator. So he can blitz this gutter, block him, and then he's got to blitz him. So he's done a good job here, but I would have still put this gutter in contact with him, this gutter in contact with him, this gutter in contact with him, storm vermin over here maybe, or over here. You know, I think he had to go harder to stop this. Yeah, well, I would do the handoff if I ever, because the dodge is a 3+, isn't it? So I'd hand off to him and just, yeah, blitz him. And blitz him on 3 dice. Hand off. You could blitz him. And then block him. But then just hand off to get away. Yeah, these are useless. They don't achieve anything. He doesn't have to score soon at all. Yeah, he does. He does die very often, but who cares? He's a runner. Nah, I would forget about overtime. I would go for a win here. Oh, chain the rover away. That's a nice play. That's fair enough. Chain the rover away. And then just run over here. I don't like that it ties up two guys, but you can just block him if he wants. It's a bit risky though, isn't it? Just making a block there. Oh yeah, true, he has 5 on matches, yeah. Yeah, good point. I just really hate runners though. This is the thing. I really hate runners. So I wouldn't mind it so much. I mean, now he might just lose a blitzer, mightn't he? Yeah, semis and finals, the best of 3, yeah. So I guess that's giving more time to develop, which is interesting, and kind of favours bash teams a bit if they get more attrition in. So another reason why rats aren't so good, maybe. I'm not keen on rats at the best of times, as you probably know, but they are strong, obviously, with 1 turn. This was really bad defence, if you ask me. You can't really -2D him, can you? But this is pretty safe here. Wow, he did go for the -2D with a reroll as well. Wow. I don't know, I was trying to work out where the chain push would have to be. He probably could have done some kind of chain, maybe, not probably. He maybe could have done some kind of chain push to get into the ball. But so what if he does, because you can dump it off anyway, can't you? So I wouldn't have been, I don't think I would have risked that. That -2D then. But yeah, it's interesting that you do have to pixel hook. So it's not actually just 4 or 5 games, is it? To win, it's because with the best of 3 in semis and finals, there is a few more games. So I guess dxj was just banking on getting to the semis, and by that time his rats would be kind of decent. But to me, I wouldn't look past Dark Elves and Wood Elves realistically. Because dwarves just I don't know, dwarves just seem to 8 to 10 matches max, yeah. So in 10 matches you can get a pretty good Skaven team, can't you? But still, Dark Elves would be fine. Oh, huge double down. The Ratog has been pretty unlucky, hasn't he? A double down and a double skull. So that's almost game over now. He can do whatever he wants this turn, and next turn now. Very few players left. Knock down these 3, knock down him. Yeah. That's probably game, unless the Dark Elves throw it away. Good job he's got these 2 guys over here, right? With his little elf screen. I'd hand it off to And after a blitzer. I would be thinking about getting a completion and a touchdown on this guy now. Yeah, well, in one way, very Ava, but also he has been very unlucky with a Roker. Even if he'd used a, well, he had no rerolls left when he double skulled with him. And even if he had rerolled, if he wasn't loner, yeah, that was just unlucky, wasn't it? I think it's all wrong. Yeah, I like 6 dice Mighty Blow blitzers. I'm not gonna lie. I would almost want to foul this guy just because you're already men up. You have a +4 foul or something. But of course, you can move from here and trap them. Yeah, the stun is just massive. You can try some like, you know, rat BS, try to get in for a -2D, but I think you had to hit it stronger earlier. Well, the thing is though, it can be kind of variable. It just makes it dicier, and it's why I don't like fouling. Fouling just makes the game dicier. It's like, it's never a high percentage play, but when it works, it's devastating. And that's kind of what the Rat Ogre is, isn't it? Yeah, he's basically given up, hasn't he? Can't blame him either. 3 dice blitz, ball down here, totally safe. I'd be thinking about going for, oh, well, I wouldn't have re-rolled the thing that he re-rolled, that -2D. I wouldn't have made that block. So I would have had 3 re-rolls and I'd just be trying to skill up this guy to bludge. I would just feel I've won already, which is a bit silly against 2 gut runners still. But he's definitely got a chance to get rid of them here. Yeah, I think it's like fouling. I think Rat Ogres are like fouling. That's a very good question, Aquarius. Do I blame the current situation on coach rather than dice? Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't take Skaven in the first place. So, I don't know. He was tough. He got diced a bit, like a little bit. He's obviously got armor 7, and he got a lot of people out. And I think he was forced into a do or die, and he just didn't do anything, so he died. First half, he must have played badly on offense, because I think the Dark Elves played badly on defense and just somehow stopped him scoring. But I think the dice have definitely favoured the Dark Elves. I imagine the concede is not allowed, but how can they stop it? Ultimately in Insomnia Shrimp. So he's a little unlucky not to foul him with 6 dice on. And now he can only foul with a blitzer with +2. I'd think about it. I'd think about fouling him. But then of course you can move into here and type 3 players, but you don't want a Rat Ogre to hit your blitzer, do you? So I would probably go for the foul and save, get my blitzer safe. Basically, well, there's still the first round in Modric, so there's just a few games that have gone on. Yeah, concede shouldn't be allowed, but they can't really place it. Yeah, I don't think either side's played particularly well. But the dice have decided the second half, haven't they, with all of these? But they were already 2 down. I don't know. He randomly ran up his gutter and got brutally punished with a Kaz, which was deserved. So I think the Rats haven't played well on defense at all. Yeah, I agree, Guayawix. Oof. Death. So you see, this is exactly what I said. This is exactly what I said. I would have fouled this that blitzer to get him safe, and then instead he marked. You know, my first inclination was to competitively mark all three players, but then why get hit with a mighty blow? I would have fouled him. A death rat appears. No, I don't know how they qualified Modric Star. I should have checked that out. I should have done my research before the match started. I shall do that next time. But I assume not the ladder, because they don't seem very good. So there you go. He's 3 dice split him, foul him. Big cage. And it's over unless he one turns. Yeah, that's true, Aguirre Weeks. That's true. That's true. But I did look at the records. To be fair, the Skaven coach has got a great record in the yeah. I was thinking about that Aguirre Weeks, but I considered the suit, but then I thought no, I'll stick to the hood. But it looks really over now, doesn't it? I would not make an X cage here though. I'd make a brutal crazy cage to stop the -2D in. But I guess he still gets to just dump it off to him, doesn't he? The double pivot, the wingbacks display. Yeah, well, there was a double pivot with the Skaven over here. He went this way, then the other way. There was a bit of a pivot. There was some pivoting going on. But yeah, it looks like it's all ogre. 2 GRs cast out. So he's just got to hunt this guy down and try to. Then he's safe in one turner, isn't he, potentially? Well, you say that via Yahoo, but if he'd -2Ds him, -3Ds him, I would go for the -3D, because if he dumps off here and it's inactive, well, no, it'd only be a fumble, wouldn't it? You could fumble it out to here or something. Things could happen. Exactly, -2D probably don't dump off at all. Yeah. -2D, double power him. Your guy goes to here. He definitely caged up in the right place, because if he'd gone here and been -2D powered or fumbled the throw, fumbled the dump off, the ball could have gone out. So he definitely caged in the right place. Hey. So obviously you're just going to make this just make it as safe as you can from the rat. The rat BS, but you've got to blitz this. Got to run it. And foul him. You can surf him, can't you? You can surf him, in fact. Wow. Why not surf him? I would have surfed him, 100%. Crazy not to surf him. He's the only threat to the guy getting the draw, even. Yeah, and oh, so now he's not. Now he's in the danger zone. Moving him here. He's in the -2D danger zone. Because he could fumble a dump off into him and into the crowd. Or he could just get -2D powered into the crowd. So I don't like him moving it over here at all. And he's got this guy doing nothing instead of having more here. Well, yeah, here to screen that. I guess he's just got to dodge away. To here, that would be a nice place, because then the -2D is not putting you in the crowd. So easy. Yeah, losing Blitzer. Augustine. I honestly like Rat Ogres. Just because I don't like Skaven. And using a Rat Ogre makes it less like a Skaven team. That's why I like Rat Ogres. But only for the first few games. But Spite Foul now. He's officially given up. Yeah, so he'll be sad that he's lost this blitzer, won't he? For nothing as well. I called it though. I called it pretty well. I don't know how he couldn't go for the minus 2D blitz there. Would have got running. And I think I would have got the star play points on the blitzer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Probably can't one turn, and for that reason, also the fact that you'd be very heavily favoured to win in overtime, I would not try to stop it one turn. I would just go wide line, across the back, because you know you're starting to lose more by getting a blitzer 3D and foul. The rogue. Like even if he goes a wide setup here, is it even possible to get the one turner? I know it's only 2 pushes, but it's pretty difficult. It would be pretty difficult if he had a wide line. That's what I wouldn't try to defend this properly at all. Watch as he just 3Ds this guy and fouls him. See? Yeah, quick snap, true, quick snap. Or right, of course. I think you'd be better positioned to defend against a right, but if you just had them across the back line. Oh no, he is going for the pushes then. But see, by having his own guy here, it makes it better than. I think wide would have been better for this. I just thought he was going to blitz him 3 days. Tackle's getting another reroll. Perfect kick. Probably best to pass to him later, isn't it? Cowboy hat. Another death. Oh well. Brutal. So 2 deaths for the Rat Ogre. Can't argue with that, can you? It's just the rest of his team got massacred. Yeah, I'd be pretty annoyed if I would. And this is the thing. This is why I don't like. I don't like it not being res. Because if I had qualified for the World Cup and this happened in the first game, I wouldn't be very happy. Skaven in a nutshell, yeah. They're different at higher team value though, aren't they, Skaven? So 13 AV breaks. I think the Dark Elves absolutely got the better look, but the Skaven did not play well. So they can't really feel that hard done by. There you go. Oh god, you can make a team of 11 Rat Ogres on Bloodbowl 1. So, yeah, that was pretty decent match. Was it? I don't know. Something happened. I don't think the coaching was the best on either side, to be honest. But the Dark Elves got the luck. They needed to win. Ultimately, the bad thing about this team was he just went all positionals and only left himself with 2 rerolls. And when you've got a team with agility 3, primarily agility 3, even though you lean hard on your 4 agility 4 players, I just don't like Skaven. I just think that why not just use elves? You know, like why not just use wood elves? Because you can still have 4. You could have 4 wood elf catches if you wanted. I don't know. It just seems like war dancers are so much better than Skaven teams. I would just rather go with elves at this kind of format. But of course, you could just have a war dancer die in the first game, and then you'd be pretty screwed.